Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers, and I've got a really special guest. One of my favourite YouTubers, actually, Vizeh, big FIFA YouTuber, football content. I know he's a big Burnley fan, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to ask him whether he'll come on and have a chat with me, and he did come on. And big thank you to you, mate. For anyone who don't know you, mate, can you just introduce yourself? There's probably some that don't know you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. How you doing? I am sadly a Burnley fan, and probably the only Burnley fan I actually probably are aware of. I get that quite a lot. That I'm the only guy that they actually know that actually supports Burnley. So hello, I do football and FIFA stuff, but I just chat utter waffle quite a lot. So
I did have a
how you
look
doing?
there,
Happy to be
actually.
here.
I looked up like who's famous Burnley fans, and Snoop Dogg came up. Is
Bro,
that real or not?
Every single person, that lad. He supports everyone. I saw him wearing a goddamn Dulwich and Hamlet shirt, like a Daniel shirt as well before. So yeah,
I know
he's a
your favourite
plastic.
player, mate, and the only player that I could find of him versus West Ham was this one.
I was actually there that night. My mate, he got kicked out actually before the game even started. He's got bad memories of London Stadium, man.
Whenever I think of this game, mate, it brings back for me personally, because I was at the game, is these memories of that famous riot years ago. What's your memories of West Ham Burnley? What are your sort of memories of this game? You haven't got Chris Woods anymore. That's one good thing.
Oh yeah, that's the main issue, because I remember that he always bagged against you every single time about fail, home or away. I was there at that 3-0, and I mean, I knew quite a few West Ham fans, so like I still use that against them to this day. The fact that we had you lot pretty much start tearing down your own stadium was pretty fantastic, really. Having one of your lads on the pitch with a flag as if he's from like a gladiator film or something was a fantastic sight.
It was a mad day, mad match that was.
But it's a testament to see where you guys are now. To be fair, I'm very surprised
mate,
of how fast you guys have turned in. Of all people, it's David Moyes the one to do it. Really, quite surprises me actually.
Yeah, I think that was a catalyst, mate, to turn everything around. I personally do think that was a big catalyst. What about your season so far, mate? Not the best, for yourself. Obviously, sitting in 18th at the moment.
Yeah. The thing is, right, is that it's one of them in terms of it was always kind of bound to happen that we were going to be in a real like fight to try to survive. And with Premier League or with football in general, it's a large about money. It's a money business. And, when you're one of the teams that spends the least each season, eventually it will catch up to you. And we've been in Premier for 6 years in a row now. I think we're fighting always against the odds, and with the odds will always go against you, and that's probably what is happening. You've got an aging team. If you look at our team that probably played against you lot and that beat you 3-0, you probably look at our squad and see that most of the same players are all still there. So it's an aging team. This year we spent a bit more money with a new owner, but it made us be a situation of too little too late. Last year we spent 900,000 quid. £900,000 in a single season, and it was on Dale Evans. The guy doesn't even play, and we still stayed up. So it's a case of the fact that we've got an Asian team, and that it's not a case of we've been found out, because you know what to expect with Burnley. It's just a case of, can you stop it? It's just like that now our players are now 30, 32, 33, and it's now a case of we just can't be clinical when it really matters.
Where do you stand on Sean Dyche? Obviously, he's been there 10 years now. Where do you stand with him?
Yeah, 10 years. He's definitely the longest serving manager in Prem by now, I'm pretty sure.
Sure.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, for me, I'm definitely like with Sean Dyche, the only way that you're going to see me personally, go against him is if we're like, near the bottom of the championship. Like, the guy can do a lot and can still get away with it. I mean, I saw a stat about like a month ago that we are statistically the worst team in the entirety of the 92 in terms of points per game.
Wow.
The entirety of 92 points per game were the lowest. And I want to say at least 80% of the entire Burnley fan base is still behind Sean Dyche, and that is a testament of the loyalty that we have to him, and that I don't know what other football club can do that, what other manager can get away with that. If you look at each stat, I think I saw a stat that, like, again, of the entire 92, I think we're like lowest for like, touches in the box and like, really any exciting stats, dribbles completed with lowest, I'm pretty sure as well. So like, there's a lot that he's got away with. Thing is for me is the fact that like he's earned the right to be given the kind of, okay, our team isn't really that good. And the main question is, who else can get better with the team that we do have? I don't know who is the guy that's. The thing is, there are definitely Burnley fans that you can ask, and they will give you probably a good reason saying, right, I think it's been too long now with Sean Dyche. I think it's time to replace it. Thing is, I always ask, who would you replace him with?
I was going to say, if you do go down, if you were to go down, would you stick with him, or do you think maybe that is your chance to try and reinvent yourself as a football team? Maybe the
there's
different
no way
style.
that Sean Dyche will get sacked. Like, there's no way he'll get sacked. With a new chairman, he's been saying since day one that Sean Dyche is behind like every single thing moving forward a football team. I can't see him being sacked. He's signed a 4-year contract this season, so he's got like 70 grand a week, highest earner in the entire club. Like, I think most football teams usually it's the players that earn the most, but here it's the manager. It's like an actual business. So unless it's Sean Dyche wants to leave himself, I can't see him leaving.
Cool. So your form recently, I was cheering you on against Everton because I hate Frank Lampard. Obviously, as a West Ham fan, it's your right to hate Frank Lampard. And then you go and do Norwich, mate. Like, how did that feel, after such a great result against Everton?
Not very familiar. Like, the thing, I don't know, man. That this club, it gets you up, man, and it easily just punches you back down. It's very, very typical that each time we have to really try and get out of drop zone this season, we seem to always bottle it. The moment when we can actually get a big result and actually get out of drop zone and be back up there again and looking quite comfortable, we always seem to make it 10 times harder for ourselves. So, I mean, with the Norwich game, I don't want to say it because Burnley fans, they hate the same, but like, it is almost fine margins. Cornet in the 70-odd minute misses an open net, scores that, makes it 1-1. Last, I think, it was 65th minute, actually. Then we got all momentum to go take the game at 1-1 and try and win it, and it didn't work out, and it didn't go in our favor for that game. So it's like, it's gutting, but with most Burnley fans, I would say that, like, I think there's so many. I mean, you'll probably see it with West Ham or any football club for that matter. There's so many fans are so reactionary that they go from, we lost to Brentford 2-0 away. All fans, Sean Dyche a disgrace. The players are a disgrace. They're going down. This is pathetic. We go beat Everton. Burnley are back. Love Sean Dyche. Always had faith in him. And then we go lose to Norwich. Sean Dyche is a disgrace. Players a disgrace. Going down, it's like, I hate the reactionary. Like,
mate, I'm guilty of it myself.
Football fans, I hate it, man.
The Brentford game, I was giving Antonio total stick, and probably he'll score tonight against Leon, and I'll be like, "Oh, he's the greatest player that's ever lived." And
exactly, that's just football for you.
Yeah. As a West Ham fan, obviously, I do admire some of your players. Obviously, Tarkowski may be a West Ham player in the summer. I really like Cornet as well. What other players should I be looking out for? Like, what has Weghorst done? Obviously, you brought him in January. Has he impressed you at all?
I mean, Weghorst is a very interesting topic because the guy is definitely an improvement on Chris Wood. The guy is a much better footballer, in terms of football intelligence. He's a much better footballer. The fact matter is, this is the most simple way I can say it. We are playing with Weghorst in the same as if we still have Chris Wood on the pitch. So we're treating him like Chris Wood when he's not Chris Wood. Chris Wood is, even though Weghorst is 6'6", he's actually not the best in the air.
He's got nice feet, actually, and he's got nice feet.
Yeah, he's much better to both her feet, cute little flicks, players running on behind him, try to flick it on, and we're just not doing it. We're giving the ball to him in like weird areas, just straight to his head, his fat head, and just bouncing it to him. He's not getting the right amount of support. I mean, with Tarkowski, he's definitely leaving the summer. We've known that for the last 2 years, and he'll probably go to a West Ham or to a Leicester or maybe a Newcastle, whoever wants to go and buy him out. I mean, he's a fantastic centre back. I think he would look no other place in really any team in the country other than Liverpool or City. I rate him that highly. I think on the ball he's also very good. It's just that at Burnley, he doesn't get that opportunity to show that because, we don't play that kind of football.
It really excites me, actually, seeing him and Zuma together. I think that would be a fantastic defence for us next year if we could pull it off.
It'd be great. I think you guys, what was it? Was it 35 million you put a bid on him last season?
I don't think he wanted to come originally as well. There was rumours that his wife didn't like London and stuff, and prefers.
He likes the northwest because he's from around Manchester, so he's a northwest boy. He went to Brentford, of course, and he wanted to leave because of his family and that from up in northwest. So that could be a concern. However, unless Everton isn't coming in for him, and that makes no sense. So I don't know where it would go to, but he'd be definitely leaving us. So he'd be fantastic. I think there's a chance that Ben Mee could be back. A captain, massive part of defense, but Nathan Collins is also great as well. It's just, you know what to expect with Burnley. There's nothing to really be surprised about, really, with us. Like, it's Burnley. We'll try and hit you with a direct ball and just make it tough for you.
Well, you know it's going to be a tough game. It's a bit like, not to insult, but like Allardyce's Bolton days, where you knew you was in for a tough old game back in them days.
Yeah. It's just a case of, can you stop us at a set piece? Which that's but like, that's the thing, is that like, when I say it, I'm like, because I'm so used to it and kind of almost numb to it, I don't actually realize how sad it is. It's like, we celebrate corners as if it's a penalty almost. It's kind of getting quite sad. But yeah, I mean, my only hope with like this game against West Ham is that you lot are playing Lyon tonight, of course. And our only hope is that, because it's around that time period, maybe some title legs. If it does go to extra time or whatever may happen, maybe it's a good time to play you guys. But I don't know. Away form for this year has been very, very, poor. Other than like Brighton away, that's really it. So it's like, I've not really got much hope for this game going into it, really.
It'd be a tough game for West Ham, I think, purely because your result against Norwich as well. I think you'll be looking for a reaction as well. And hopefully, like, we'll be tired because we've got through. That's what I'm hoping, that all of our energy is on the pitch. Something I always ask people that come on, obviously you're a neutral. What do you like about West Ham? Is there anything you like when you look at West Ham as a club? What do you see?
I did a video, like a documentary kind of video into West Ham like 2 months ago, going into them, and I really like them as a football club because did you see it?
No, I did watch it. Yeah.
I like West Ham as a lot right now, because I feel like they're a great example of any team in the country to prove that you can, with the right recruitment, with the right tactic and the right atmosphere in the football club and dynamics, that you can become a very good football team. You can play some good football and you guys can get results. For any team in the country, it doesn't all rely on money. And that's in the same way that I almost see Burnley as almost like, for any team in the championship, where an example of, you can become a sustainable, or like I would say stable for the time being, because we've been a Premier League team without spending God knows amount of money.
And you achieved Europa League, didn't you, a couple of years ago?
Yeah, we got knocked out by Olympiacos, which is very unfortunate, as I don't think they are ever really in Europa League any other year other than that 1 year they were in qualifiers. But yeah, I like West Ham a lot, because I think with you guys, you are a great example for any team that you guys can get success and challenge for those top spots without spending God knows how much money. Because you guys have spent money, but like, you've got to spend at least a little bit.
If anything, mate, the money we spent has been flops. Felipe Anderson, Haller, it's better when we buy the 1.2 million Craig Dawsons and stuff like that.
I remember Bowen, because like, before you were linked with him, like, there were a lot of Burnley fans that were saying, come on, Bowen, come on. He's a perfect Burnley player, a workhorse player. I remember seeing a lot of not actual links, but a lot of people like say we should get Bowen, let's get Bowen. Because like, he is probably, when you think about it, probably a good Burnley player, because he's not really amazing in terms of like dribbling ability and like the flair pace, but he's a workhorse. He works and fights for the team. So, I mean, I see West Ham similar to us, and not to disrespect West Ham in terms of like, it's not like Man United that you got fucking prima donnas.
It's not a glamour club, especially when you look at London clubs as well. You've got Chelsea, you've got Arsenal. God forbid I say at Tottenham. We're not the glamour club of London, are we?
I mean, you guys are slowly becoming a bit more attractive. I mean, with the stadium, but also just with the kind of, I don't know, it feels like a good feel at the team, and that's why I don't know how you feel like anything like Jesse Lingard era, but like, there was like a real good, like, feel good era, feel around the entire team, and I was surprised that he didn't end up going back to you guys. I mean, you know much more than me what the hell happened there. If you guys may go back
what it was with that was, he see Ronaldo come through the door, and he thought, I might win the league here with Ronaldo. And then obviously it's all gone to pot.
Yeah, I mean, that's I mean, would you be going back for him again this summer?
I hope so, mate. I hope so. It's definitely something we've missed. It's that someone who can carry the ball and just do a bit of magic. We're missing that player like that. There's games this season we probably would have won more if he was in the team.
Yeah, because you kind of replaced Lingard and then went for, was it Vlasic, wasn't it? That kind of
and it's not quite
big
worked
money
out.
cam.
Yeah.
He's a weird player, that Vlasic, to be fair. Because sometimes you actually see like, okay, he can be somewhat good. And then it's like,
I know
maybe not.
when he first come in, I thought he might be like a new Arnautovic, like, you know, very similar body build, but like Arnie's just different levels. When Arnie was with us, he's not that sort of player.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, yeah, that's why I like you a lot, because I think you guys are a great example for other teams in the league.
one other question before I go into the match quickly. It's always good again to know what neutral fans think. Declan Rice, mate. If I give you that name, you know, big money thrown around, 100 million, 150 million. What do neutral fans see when they watch Declan Rice? Do they see what West Ham fans see?
I mean, when I think of Declan Rice, I think of, like comfortably the first name of team sheet for the England team in the World Cup. I mean, that's just not really a doubt. That's not really hard to say, because
No.
he's up against Bellingham and Calvin Phillips and Jordan
Dyer.
Henderson. So he's not really up against anything. But with Declan Rice, I mean, he's comfortably, I think, could play for any team in the league. In the way that he could play in many different kind of roles. I think he's very versatile in that way. So, I mean, as a fan of not a top six club, I kind of I like seeing a team or player that kind of goes against the top six a little bit and not just go for the big money. I think sometimes money always talks eventually. But if West Ham can keep on showing that they are getting bigger and keep on progressing, then that means that you can hopefully keep on learning maybe one more year, and maybe one next year could maybe be in top four or go far in. I mean, if you're going far in Europe, but if you make it to a final this year, win it, God knows what may happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be enough for him, I think, to say, okay, I can stick for one more year. I think, because it's not like you're not living in London already. It's not like he's not already living a lavish
No, that's it.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. And
I
he's
can
in the
see
England team. It's not affecting his England place or anything like that. I can understand if it was
precisely.
affecting his England place and stuff like that. Yeah.
So, like, I hope. I mean, I think you've already done enough this year to give him a reason. I mean, I don't know how long he's got left as contract.
I think it's
Is it?
free. I think it's 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him staying like another year. I think you've done enough to keep him, and then I hope that he can hopefully be that kind of dream story that, like, an actual team gets dragged and grows with a player.
Yeah. It would
Because
be nice.
I mean, I'm a bit of a romanticist when it comes to football, so I like seeing it. I don't like to see likes of like City just spends how much and then just goes to the top. Or even like United, I like seeing United like fail, because they
Don't
are
we
like
all?
the highest spenders and they're still doing absolute garbage. I love that, because that is what football shouldn't be about. So yeah, I like seeing that a lot.
Yeah. Let's talk about the game then, mate. So last time we played earlier this season was 0-0. That was a good result for you guys. 0-0. Last season at the London Stadium, we won 1-0 with Antonio. The season before that, you beat us 1-0 with Jay Rodriguez. So the game does go, win, draw, loss, win, draw, loss. There's no real consistency in the result.
I'll be honest, I have no idea of those games last season.
I don't. I had to look it up.
Those are like COVID era games last year. I don't think last season even counted. Last year didn't even exist in my mind. I'll be honest here. I can't even tell you about those games because I have no idea. This year, it's no draw. So like, I have no memories.
I cannot remember it
from the last 2 years. I mean, with West Ham, Burnley, you always kind of feel like it's always going to be like in the balance. But I mean, we're going to be fighting and scrapping, but the issue is, so are you. So like, you'd be hoping for, in our position or your position, you'd be wanting to play the Southamptons or like maybe the Villas or that, that in the middle part Palaces that may just be on the beach and just be kind of just taking each game at a time and just having a laugh, playing with some freedom, but not taking it so serious. I don't know where we stand with this, because it depends what team shows up, and I've not seen enough this year to say that we should probably get a result against you guys, because you guys are hard work inside. So I don't know where to really see this, I'll be honest.
Okay, so in this game, it's like you say, mate, it's quite an important game. If West Ham lose, I do believe that possibly could make top six hard for us. If you guys lose, is that it for you? Do you think that could be it, or is there still enough?
Nah.
Still enough games?
There's still enough games. If you look at the fixtures between us and Everton, I mean, that's why I got annoyed with the reactionary nature of so many Burnley fans, because we got you, then we got Southampton at home, Wolves at home, Watford away, and then Everton in the same time period has got like Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester.
Big games, big.
So it's like we're 4 points behind, but like, let's say we lose this game, and they're probably also like Everton probably lose the next game as well. I think it's actually, I think it's not United, Chelsea or Leicester. I think it's Leicester or something next game. we both lose the games. Not really a big deal. It's that Southampton game that's a big game. So for this, I'll take a draw. I love a draw. Try and
I think you could beat us. I do. I think you might have enough to beat us. It's a good time to play us in terms of tiredness. Diop and Dawson at the back. Diop's always known for his little brain farts where he forgets to play football.
Are you missing some big players?
Yeah, obviously Dawson's out, Zuma's out, and because he got the injury against Brentford. So that'd be Diop and Dawson. So that gives you a little bit of a boost. That does.
Is that your main? It's just defensively. That's what you mean.
Yeah, and Antonio's not been in any form recently. There's all things like that do play into your favour.
If he's not in form, then it's great for him because he's playing Burnley, so they're going to make him look like.
I hope he does score soon. He hasn't scored in 12 games.
Oh, fantastic! If there's a record, we're probably going to be the team to beat. I mean, that's why Antonio always bags against us anyway. So we're going to make him have a great day and probably score a brace against us, I presume, and win 2-0. That's probably what's going to happen now, to be fair. I mean, I'll take a draw happily going to this game. It is probably a good time to play you. We've got a 4 weeks rest. It's weird because I can't really give you a player that would actually score goals because Weghorst has only scored one since signing him, and that he's not really been given the service to really score any more goals. Really, I'll be honest, he's maybe had one or two other chances that he could
I'm
maybe.
a big fan of Cornet. I'm a big fan of him. I wouldn't mind West Ham signing him. We need a left back. I really do like him.
And with Cornet, Taylor said.
Yeah, Cornet. Yeah, sorry, I call him Cornet.
I mean, Cornet. I mean, he's more of a left mid, left strike. He can play as a left back, but he's definitely much more of an attacking man, a left back.
Left winger, yeah, I do like him. Very good player. Very good player.
Yeah, he'll probably play as a left. I don't think Dwight will start. I don't know, but with Dwight, I mean, he's a player that a lot of people. I mean, I know him quite well, so like I know how good he is and how good he can be, and I think he's just been utilized very poorly this year. He's got 1 assist all season, no goals, so a lot of questions been asked. So I don't think he'll be starting, sadly.
Cool. Last thing, mate. Thanks for coming on. What is your final prediction then for the game? I'm going to go 1-0 loss. I think you might just do us because we'll be too tired on Thursday.
You serious?
Yeah, I've seen it. Performances after I don't think we've won a game after Europa League fixture this season.
All season, actually.
Yeah.
Now that could be, if that's the case, it's a 0-0 draw. If that's the case, I'll take a 0-0. I'll take a 0-0 because we can't score. It sounds like you guys can't score, so I'll take a 0-0. That's probably, to be fair, as a Burnley fan, if in doubt, 0-0 draw, and you're probably correct 40% of the time. Yeah. So I don't want to just bore people here, but that probably is going to happen because we're going to.
That'd be a good result for you, though. That'd be a good result for you.
Yeah. Keep up some sort of form, keep a clean sheet, which we have done that quite well. Defensively is not our main issue. It's just scoring goals, so 0-0 probably makes more sense, I think. Yeah. But this is absolutely just dull. I'm so sorry if it's a back-to-back 0-0 draws this year. I'm so sorry.
Right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Vizeh, mate, thank you so much for coming on, mate. Absolute privilege to have you on the show. I hope you've enjoyed your time, and hopefully we can get you back on. And hopefully it's next season and you're back in the Premier League, mate, or you're still in the Premier League, should I say?
Either Premier League or in a Carabao Cup game, probably. Yeah. That's probably most likely.
Please go and check him out, guys. He's a top YouTuber, one of my favourite YouTubers out there. Until next time, guys, come on, you irons, enjoy the game. Let's go.